I'm Lauren Artress, and I'm co-director of the Art of Spiritual Direction program under Wisdom University. And I have the privilege of going to Holland to teach. I've done quite a bit of teaching in Europe, but I'm delighted that this is the first time that I'll be in Holland. This is an effort through Wisdom University to broaden the conversation and open its doors to the Western world. With the miracle of technology nowadays, we can have a deepened conversation. As we all know, there is a spiritual revolution happening in the West. The parameters are broadening, and we're beginning to see a new vision of what it means to live in a culture that is wise, rather than simply informed by the capitalism and the search for money and security. And so we're looking at that, and the course that we're teaching under Wisdom, although it's open to all people, is the spirituality of the Labyrinth. I've been teaching the Labyrinth for 20 years now. This is originated out of Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, and I'm delighted to have had and been on the front line of launching the Labyrinth as a spiritual tool and as a spiritual practice in the West. We'll be looking at this dynamic of using the Labyrinth as a spiritual practice to quiet the mind, to open the heart, to allow ourselves to reflect deeply on our lives as we walk the path. I'm privileged to be working with Gert van Santen there at the Zen Center, which is in Holland, in the center of Holland. It's a beautiful center, and they have an outdoor labyrinth. We'll be walking the labyrinth, and we'll be learning about its history and its roots there. We'll be seeing labyrinths from around the world, because now it's in 70 countries, and there's many people being trained through an organization to be able to help people introduce it to their communities. So using the labyrinth as a spiritual tool and looking at the spirituality that evolves from it. We now know, through both good experiences and bad experiences, that if we take a tradition in any religion and limit it only to beliefs, that we often miss the significance of why we are believing what we're believing. How do we love our enemies? How do we open our hearts? How do we allow ourselves to be walking the path with others? The Labyrinth teaches us all this. There's many lessons in the Labyrinth because it's a metaphor for life. So please join us. Join us, whether you're under Wisdom University or just simply interested in the Labyrinth and wanting to deepen your own spirituality and be nourished by those in the class as well as by the Labyrinth. Join us. There's information on the website, and I'll be in Holland in mid-May.